Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody, you guys. I've been presenting you modern programming languages in my channel. Welcome to my channel. My name is Hasan Zeki Alp. This morning I will present you Java lessons, another Java lesson. So we have so far presented you four Java lessons, and each lesson it's about 10 code snippets that I've presented to you, described to you, and this time we'll start up with lesson 5, and I will ready to show you the code and explain you one by one, and show the result when we run the code, and so on. Let's start right away. Okay, in our lesson 5, I will make introduction to classes and objects. I mean object-oriented programming, and here I define a class, my Java class, Java file 53, and it's gonna accept one argument, a string argument. The name of that argument is name. So in Java we have to define its type also. This is a stricter rule, string name, and this constructor has one parameter, in fact, its name, and within this frame, just look at the curly brackets, and within this class I define a print line method. Okay, and when recall this print line method, I pass name parameter, name argument to this print line method, and it's concatenated after this phrase and name. And how about my main function, main class? This is my main class. So within this framework, I just create an instance of my Java file class, okay, by using this new keyword, and the structure is like this. The file name, this is my file 53, so it's gonna be repeated for creating an instance of this class, and its name is my puppy, an instance of this class, other saying. And when I created this class, and I defined a argument, a string, in fact. So whenever it is created, it's gonna go there, and this argument, this string, will be passed as the value of name. And when I run this one, you will see that okay. Past name is Tommy. Just as you can see, name is argument that's to be replaced with Tommy. So when we create an instance of this my Java file 53, so Tommy data is passed as the value for name. And how about the next one? I here give an other example of setting and getting, and I define another class here, my Java file 54, and within this framework I define a member variable here, integer puppy age, and I here define another class here. This one will be used to print out the one argument, and here I define another public class here. public member function here, set age, and it's gonna accept an integer. Okay, just we can prefer showing this one. Okay, much more accustomed to this view. Puppy age will be assigned as the age. Okay, this is the similarity. Okay, and how about get age method here? When we use get age, it's gonna take the value of that parameter argument, and by means of this method, it's gonna be used as puppy age, in fact. Okay, and return value will be a puppy age. And how to use this structure? This is our main class, main function. And we have to create an object of this class. In fact, my Java file 54. Okay, this one, I mean this one. Okay, and once again, this is the Java class file. Name of class, and my puppy is an instance of this class, and new is a keyword. And just let's go one by one. Let's make it run. Okay, at first Tommy is placed as argument for name. Okay, it's here. Okay, name chosen as Tommy will be printed on the screen. Okay, for this part of our code snippet. And how about the next here? Okay, after that call class method to set puppy's age. Here I use my instance, my puppy, and this is a member function here, set age. So just as you remember, it's gonna accept an argument here by mentioning to that's gonna be assigned as the age of this puppy. And how about this one? Call another class to get puppy's age. So when we set age, we have to use it or not. By means of get age method, we can use it in our structure within our method, print line method. My puppy dot get age method will be used for that. Okay. And variable value, my puppy age, will print out the value. Okay, puppy's age will be print out by means of this one. Okay, and variable value, where is it? Where it is? Okay, it's gonna be print out the same age, puppy's age. Okay, let me show you another example here. Okay, I here. Okay, define a class here, my Java file 55. So this class has a member function, say hello. So within this member function, there is a method is to be called, and simply we would like to message that printed on the screen, such as hello world. And that's all for this member function. And what is left? We have to call this. Okay, we have to call this member function by saying its name, say hello, and simply it recalls this method member function, and hello world string will be printed out on the screen. Okay, hello world, as you can see, with exit code 0. That means nothing wrong. Okay, and we're going on with classes and objects. I here define I define a member function here, hello. However, hello will be okay. Will be used here. Okay. Okay. This is another format. Just as an example, it's up to us to mention our public static void main method, or at the last. And this case, we define a variable, we define a class, and I recall this member function, and here I define member function as hi there. This is very similar to the previous one, in fact. Just the order is different from the existing one. This case, this will be hi there instead of hello world, like this. Okay. This time, just I give recalling of method member function more than once. Just saying its name, this member function, say hello. Just when we print out, when we use this each time, it's gonna recall this say hello member function. Okay, and each time hello string will be printed out on the screen. We have repeated 3 times, so it's gonna print out 3 hellos on the screen. Okay, as you see, that's to say, when we create a class and it may contain member functions, okay, and member functions can be recalled how much you desire to recall it. It's up to you guys. Okay, it is another, and this time I define my class, my Java file 58. And within this framework, I define another member function, say hello, and it's going to accept a argument, string argument. And within this method, within this member function, I define a method, hello plus name. So this string name will be passed here, so as to concatenate when we use this, when we call this. And I here I repeat this recalling 3 times. At the first time I use this argument Hasan, hello Zeki, and hello Alp. Will be printed out as different lines because we recall this say hello member function 3 times, so it's gonna be printed out with different argument values. This is another example for argument usage. Okay, hello Hasan, hello Zeki, hello Alp will be repeated. Okay, how about the next? Just as a structure, I would like to give another example here. Our class is my Java file 59, and this is our member function, static void do something. It might seem silly at first, however, just it's a simple and elementary example in order to understand, in order to comprehend the structure. And integer x will be accepted as argument for do something member function. And also within this member function, I use a print line method, so as to print out x times x. That's to say the square value of x. And how about our main function here? it's gonna be recalled do something method once again, accepting this number as argument 4. That's to say 4 times 4, 16 will be printed out on the screen. It's expected like that. Okay, this line will be performed. Okay, 16 will be printed out on the screen. Okay, how about next one? I define here my class 60, and this within this class I define as some member function. Okay, this member function will accept two values, two integer values, arguments, others saying integer val first and integer val second, and as a return value. Okay, just I can show you this one. And the return value will be val first plus val second, and that's all. It's very simple. It's very easy to understand. And what is left for us? I have to assign an integer x, so as to be sum of so as to be a function, member function of sum. It's described here with which parameters, with such parameters 2 and 2 for value first, and 5 stands for the value second. So integer x is already assigned as a sum of these two numbers, and what is left is to print out this by using this print line method, and simply it's gonna sum up all both two numbers, and 7 will be printed out on the screen. So, as you can see, return value in fact exists, contains the function itself. Just we can enrich here, just we can define a polynomial here just by mentioning the variables x and y here as integer or a float, double. It's up to us, and calculation will be done at this phase and as return value, and just what is left is to call by mentioning its name, this member function's name, with parameters, of course, x and value first and value second. That's all. How about the next one? I hear this very similar to this one, previous one. Okay. Okay, just it's gonna accept one argument as a string, and it's gonna accept this string argument so as to concatenate in order to write message here, hello blah blah, and here I recall say hello to method function with argument Zeki, and hello Zeki will be printed out after performing this line, because after performing this line, after interpreting this line, say hello will be recalled. Okay, say hello with argument name, and it's gonna print out by using this method hello Zeki will be printed out. Hello Zeki is expected to be displayed on the screen here. Okay, as you can see, it's performed like this. And here I define another class here, and this is my main function. I here define a result variable, integer variable, so as to obtain a maximum value of 7 and 42, and it's gonna print out the result. In fact, it's very easy to comprehend, and here I'd like to define a max member function here. So it's very easy to establish a member function. Of course, it's going to accept two arguments such as a and b, integer a and b, and this is the comparison, logical comparison. If a greater than b, so do this, and if else, do that. That means if a in fact is greater than b, a will be the greater one, the maximum one. Otherwise, the other one, b, will be the maximum one. And our member function is just like this. And when we recall this, when we mention its name, just we are saying that please go and do this. Okay, do this and return a or b according to the situation of the comparison of this one, a greater, if a greater than b. And in this special case, b is greater than a, so probably, of course, this else branching is performed, and b will be printed out as the maximum value of this comparison. It's expected the result as 42. Okay, that's the end of lesson 5, you guys. So we have finished lesson 5, Java lesson 5, by means of this lesson. And thanks for watching me, you guys. I wish you a happy day. Thanks for watching once again. Bye bye.